Hi everybody. In my previous sessions I have explained how to create a registration application or a registration form to collect the user profile data. The problem with that is nowadays people are reluctant to enter the registration form because in the busy world no one is having time to sit and enter the complete data to give the data to you. Okay, so it's a tedious work. Instead of that, Android provides an alternative solution for that. That is, you can collect the user profile from the Facebook itself, if not some other social medias. Okay, so for that purpose, you have to integrate Facebook with your application. Not only registration purpose or just to collect the profile data. In Facebook integration will also help you to post data or post comments from your application directly on the Facebook. Okay, suppose now you have designed one quiz application. Okay, and you have to provide an option to the user after playing the quiz if he wants to post that result, if not post that marks what he has obtained in that quiz on the Facebook, then you have to provide an option. Okay, so in this situation the Facebook integration or any other social media integration with your application is essential. Okay, so today's topic for us is how to register through Facebook in your application. Remember, it is not like opening the Facebook application or registering there or nothing like that. You have to integrate Facebook in your application, means from your application you have to open the Facebook page or Facebook login page, and you have to extract the data from Facebook. Okay, that's what the purpose of this application that is registered through Facebook. Okay, so I'll be explaining what all the steps we have to follow to integrate Facebook in your Android application, and what all the necessary steps, what all the things you need. Okay, and what all the code you have to write. Okay, all those things I'll be discussing. So let us start. So steps to integrate Facebook. So first you have to create your application, and then like what we did in maps. Okay, if you want to implement map in your Android application, we have downloaded one SDK, that is Google Play Services. In the same way, if you want to integrate Facebook in your application, or if you want to use Facebook in your application, then you have to get the Facebook SDK. Okay, so it is provided by your developer.facebook.com website. Okay, I'll show how to download that. Then after downloading your Facebook SDK, you have to import that Facebook SDK to your Eclipse. Okay, and you have to add the Facebook SDK as a library to your project. Remember, whenever you want to use a third-party library or a third-party SDK, okay, so at that time you have to follow the same step. You have to download that SDK, import that SDK to Eclipse, and you have to add that SDK as a library to your project. Okay, so these three steps are common for any third party library or any third party project. Okay, so now after that here you have some extra steps other than your other than what we have used in map integration. Okay, here you have to set up something in your Facebook developer page. We will see how to do that, and we have to generate the hash key. It is very much required because with this hash key only your Facebook will understand to which application it is providing the service. Okay, and as usual we have to go with coding. So let us start with our first step. Let us create our application, and let us try to integrate Facebook with our application. Okay, so go to Eclipse, create a new project, new Android application project. Just I will give the name as test3. You can give any name, but remember, whenever you're giving a name to your application, better not start with Facebook or FAC with that, because whenever you're adding this application information on your developer.facebook.com, it won't allow you to put the name as name something which starts like Facebook or face something. Okay, so better give some unique name for your application. Just I'll give it as a test3. This is only for testing purpose. Okay, so click on next, next. You can select any other activity, but I'll go with the blank activity as usual. You can change the name if you wish. Okay, I'll take the same name, main activity. Click on finish. So our first step is done. We have successfully created our application called test3. Okay, and here is your XML file, and this is the graphical view for that. It contains one text view, that is hello world. I will remove that. So instead of that, I will add a button. Okay, if not, I will add one image. Okay, so that by clicking on that image, user can log into the Facebook to get the profile information of his Facebook account. Okay, so what I will do is I will add one image view. If I want to add an image view, I need the resource. So go to your drawable. I have only IC Launcher here, but it won't look good if I add IC Launcher for Facebook login. So for that purpose, I have downloaded some images here. Okay, something like login and log out. I'll copy those images and I will paste it into your drawable. Okay, now go to your images and media, drag and drop the image view here. Okay, it will ask for the image, which image you want to use. I will use the login 2. Okay, so it is very small. Okay, what I will do is I will increase the width and height. Okay, I'll make it as something like 100 dp and height 100 dp. Okay, that's fine. If you want to make it more attractive, you can add a good image here. So for us, it's okay, it's fine. Okay, now let us start. Let us change the ID for this. I will edit ID. I will make it something like it is image view. So img view underscore. It is used for login purpose. Okay, now after that, I think this is what we have to do with the application. So by clicking on this button, user has to log in and he has to get the login data. You can give the option to the user saying that he can manually register if he wishes. Okay, for that purpose you can add one more button and you can edit the text here. We won't use this button, just to show. Better you have to give both the options to the user. If he is willing to enter the data manually, like if you want to register manually, you can click on this button, you can navigate to register page and you can register there. If not, if you don't want to enter his profile data, so you can log in with Facebook, so automatically you can extract the his profile data from Facebook account. Okay, So now after doing this, let us start. Let us see what is our next step. Okay, we have created the application, so we have to get the Facebook SDK. So for that purpose, you have to go to Google. If not, you can directly visit your Facebook developer page. Okay, but as a beginner, Google is very much familiar to everyone. So here you can go to Google and type developer dot Facebook. Okay, so here is your developers.facebook.com. so select that. So here is your developers page of Facebook. Okay, here it is showing a lot of options. You can check. Here it is saying SDKs for your Android, etc. You can select SDK. If not, you can see some other options also, like login, sharing games, okay, get more installs, something, etc. Okay, so there are different options here, but our interest is only to start with development. So let us go to Android SDK. Okay, so here it is giving an option, Facebook SDK for Android, integrate with Facebook to help you build engaging social apps and get more installs. Okay, so here you have you have to download the SDK. If you click on this, it will download the SDK. If you have any confusion regarding learning how to integrate your Facebook to Android application, here is the document. You can go with this, get started. Okay, so here it has been clearly mentioned or clearly explained how to integrate your Facebook to Android application. Okay, so you can check this. It is very simple. Okay, they have explained in a very simple manner, so you can go through this document. But if you get bored with reading this much of content, I have explained all this in a very simple steps. Okay, that is it is here. Okay, and also I will be showing how you have to do all these things. So go to your developer page and click on this download the SDK. It will start downloading and it will give you a zip file. Okay, so I have already downloaded that. So it is here, Facebook Android SDK. It is the latest version. You can extract this. Okay, so if you extract, you will get the folder like this. Okay, open the folder. So you will find different folders and files here. So in that you have one folder called as Facebook. Okay, so this is the library for your Android application. So you have to import this project into your Eclipse. So our second step is done. We have downloaded our Facebook SDK. So now we have to import this SDK to our Eclipse. I think that is our next step. You can check it out. Import Facebook SDK to Eclipse. Okay, it's here. Now go to your Eclipse. So I will try to import the project here. So click on File, select Import option, select existing Android code into Workspace, click on Next, click on Browse. So remember, I have copied my downloaded file and I have extracted it on desktop. So select the desktop and here is your Facebook Android SDK. Okay, so open that folder. Inside that you have the Facebook folder. Select that, click on OK. Remember, whenever you are adding any third-party library, okay, it has to be in the same workspace where your application is present. Okay, for that purpose you have to copy projects into workspace. You have to check this option and click on finish. Okay, it is updating. It's building workspace. Okay, done. Now here is your Facebook SDK. Okay, now how to check whether this one is a application or a library? I've explained when we are designing map application. So select your application, right click, go to properties, select Android. See, it is library is already checked. If it is checked, means this particular project will work as a library. Even you can make your application also as a library by checking on this particular option, is library. Okay, so now go to your application, that is test 3, select, right click, go to properties. So I'm explaining how to add your Facebook SDK as a library to your test 3 project. Okay, so select Android, click on add option. So here it is showing what are the different libraries which are present in your workspace. So you have Facebook SDK and Google Play services. We don't want Google Play services for this, so select Facebook SDK, click on OK. Okay, apply the settings. So click on OK button. Okay, now test 3 contains your Facebook SDK. You can check it out in the libraries. If not, here it is, Android private libraries. Okay, here it is, in the dependencies it has added. You can check anywhere in the Android private libraries or Android dependencies or libraries. It will be there inside one of these 3 folders. Okay, so it is inside the Facebook SDK, inside the Android developer dependencies, that is your Facebook SDK. So now after this, our next step is we have to set up the Facebook developer page. You can check the steps. We have created the project, we got the Facebook SDK, we have imported to Eclipse, and we have added our Facebook SDK as a library to our project. Okay, so next step is we have to set up Facebook developer page. Okay, so for this you have to log into your Facebook first, and you have to go to your Facebook developer page. So open the browser, so you can visit your okay, developers.facebook.com. Okay, I'll go with the Google only. Okay, in this see you have different options here, Graph API, Facebook app, okay, or social plugins, Android documentation, etc. I will go with Android. Okay, so you can check your document here, get started. You can see this option also. See, we have downloaded our see, these are the basic steps. Okay, I think already we have done all these steps. Okay, we have installed the Facebook SDK also. Okay, and then okay, we have imported our SDK, and we have added as a library. So here it is showing you can add some, you can run some samples, but that is not our intention. So we have to create our own Facebook application. So for that, it is saying you have to visit the Facebook developer site and we have to create our own application. So for that purpose, see, this is the page. Just to show you like how to use this document, I am explaining this, but I have already explained all these steps. Okay, you can directly enter this link also, and here see, it is not showing any option because I haven't logged into Facebook. So if you want to use Facebook SDK, or if you want to use Facebook developer page, first you have to log into Facebook. So I will log into Facebook first. Okay, so now refresh this. Can you check? Okay, now here it is showing different options for the developers. So now go to apps and select on create new app. Remember, after creating your application and after adding SDK library to your application, you have to go to browser, go to Facebook page first. Okay, and you have to log in. After getting logged in, you have to go to developers.facebook.com, and there you will find the options for the developers. In that you have to select apps. Okay, and it is giving you an option to create a new app, so select that. So when you click on the create new project, so it is asking for the name. Okay, so here I'll give my application name, that is test3. So here you can mention the unique identifier, so it is optional. So no, is this a test version of another app? No, let us not do this. So create an app. I think it is asking us to select the category, so I'll go with education. Okay, so and I'll click on create app. So it will ask the code. Okay, 7J, let me check. Okay, it is correct. So here is your application. Okay, so this with this application, okay, it has generated one ID, that is app ID. So remember, with this app ID only your application will be recognized by Facebook. Okay, so copy this app ID and save it in your application. So what I will do is I will go to main activity. Here I will create one string. Okay, and I'll make it as app ID. Okay, you can add it in value also. You can store it somewhere in the values as a string. Okay, so let us not get into that. It's a simple way, like you can add it, you can save it as a string. You can mention it as a public static if you want to access this app ID somewhere else in your application. Okay, so after collecting your app ID, go to settings. Okay, so here it is asking for some details, like your display name, what you want to display for your application, then namespace if you wish, and app domains. If you want to give the contact email, you can mention it here. If not, you can directly click on save changes. Okay, so changes has been saved. If you want to go to advanced, you have some more options here. Okay, you can check all those options. Okay, you can click on migrations. Okay, it is asking whether stream post URL security you need it or not. Okay, so it depends on your application. Okay, now after doing all these things, I'll go to basic options. Now after doing this, you can click on add platform. Okay, so now for which platform you are using this particular key. Okay, for which platform you're using this particular ID, because based on this ID only Facebook will understand which platform or which application you're using is its service. Okay, so we are using for Android application, so select Android. So when you do that, it is asking for some information about your application. Okay, so what is the package name? So check the application here. What is the package name? com.example.test3. I'll copy that and paste it here. And what class you're using, means in which class you're using this particular feature. Okay, we are using it in main activity, so I'll copy the name of this class. Okay, paste it here, and it is asking for key hashes, means it is asking hash key. Okay, so I will show how to generate the hash key. So it is very simple. Already we have generated SHA1 fingerprint for our map. So in the same way we have to generate the hash key for your Facebook. Okay, so for that first you have to locate where is your debug key store. So for that you can search here. If not, by default it will be present inside the your user folder. You can directly go to your user folder. Okay, so inside that you will be having Android folder. Open that. Okay, inside the .android folder you will find debug.keystore. Okay, based on this debug.keystore only we have to generate the hash key. Okay, so copy this path. Okay, and go to command prompt. Now we have to navigate to that particular location. We are already inside the users and the administrator. So now I will change the directory to .android. Okay, now here we have to execute a command. So the command will be like this. Type key tool okay, give the space hyphen export certificate. It is okay, then you have to give the alias. It is Android debug key. Okay, so then you have to mention the key store. So key store is nothing but path for your debug key store. Okay, already we have copied that path, so I'll paste it here. So to paste, you have to right click here, go to edit options and click on paste. Okay, so now remember the default key store is debug key store. Here it is, so we have to mention that. So for that put backslash and type debug.keystore. Okay, so after that you have to mention put OpenSSL SHA1, then say binary, and you have to mention OpenSSL base 64. Okay, so whenever I am mentioning this OpenSSL, okay, actually it is, I will show what it is. Okay, I'll go to, no, if not okay, I will go to download. I have already downloaded this OpenSSL folder. Okay, OpenSSL software actually. Okay, you have to download it from Google, OpenSSL, this one. Okay, and you have to open that. So inside that, open the bin folder, you will find openssl.exe. so this is what it is asking, or this is what the OpenSSL means. Okay, so it's an executable file which is required to generate the hash map. So I will copy this path, go there. So instead of this OpenSSL, we have to mention that path. Okay, so I will mention the path here. So I have to paste, okay, bin backslash, we have to mention that OpenSSL.exe. this is what we needed. Okay, for that OpenSSL.exe. okay, in the same way we have OpenSSL at one more place here. So here also we have to add that path. Okay, I'll paste this and add the backslash OpenSSL.exe. okay, so now if you execute this command, it will give you the hash key. Okay, it is saying C username MB download OpenSSL open.e is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay, let us check what is the problem. Okay, here we have some problem. It is OpenSSL. Okay, OpenSSL. So now enter. So you can check it out. It is giving you the key here. Sometime it may ask for the password. You can give the password. So after that you will get this key. Okay, so you can copy that key, go to edit, mark, and you can copy that Okay, so I'll close this. So go to your developer page and you have to enter that key here. Okay, so if you want to use a single sign on, you can select here if you wish. If not, you can say no. So after that you can click on save changes. So by this your application will be recognized by Facebook. Means your application can use the features of Facebook, or you can integrate Facebook with your application. Okay, so now after doing this, you can go to your Java code. We can start coding now. For that purpose, go to your application. Okay, here we have different methods. We don't need all these methods now. I'll keep only on create method. I will delete all these methods, and now inside your on create method, remember we have added one image view to XML file. Let us try to declare that in Java code. It is image view. Okay, I'll give the name as login. Okay, and we have to initialize that. Login is equal to, it is of type image view. Find that by ID, find view by ID, or dot ID dot save the changes. I think we have mentioned the ID as, check it out, what we have given. The ID is image view underscore login. Okay, so image view underscore login. Now I will implement on click listener for this. So login dot set on click listener, new on click listener. Okay, it is showing the error. Import it and go down, end the statement. So inside this we have to write a code to login. Okay, so before login we have to check whether we have the valid session for Facebook or not. So for that purpose I will take one Facebook variable here. Facebook FB is equal to new Facebook. We have to pass the ID. So this is the ID. So now with this Facebook object we can check whether the Facebook session is valid or not. Okay, so whenever user clicks on this login button, I will check whether we have the valid session or not. For that, if Facebook dot is valid session or is session valid, then here instead of login button, what we have to display? We have to display the logout button, because if you are already logged in, then why we have to show the login button once again? Instead of login we have to show logout button. So what I will say here is we have to log out, or we have to show logout button here. Okay, else if it is not yet logged in, we have to show login button. Okay, we have to show login button, and also we have to log in here. Okay, so Now I will show how to log in or how to log out. Okay, so instead of changing this button, okay, every time here, so what I will do is, remember, see this button, once user clicks on this button first time, it will log in. After that it has to change to logout button, okay, logout image. So when he clicks on once again on the logout button, it has to log out and it has to display the login button. Means every time user clicks on this button, the state of this button has to be changed. Means it has to display the login button or logout button based on the session is valid or not. Okay, so for that purpose what I will do is, I will write one method here, okay, and inside that method I will try to update the button status. Okay, so I will write a method here, something like private void update, okay, update image. Okay, so inside this what I will do is, if your Facebook session is valid, okay, if it is valid, then I will set your image view. So what is the name I have given? I think it is login. Okay, for this image view I will set a image resource saying that it has to display drawable dot logout. Okay, if not, if the session is not valid, then it has to display the login button, just to update the status of your image. Okay, so what I will do here is, instead of login I will mention login. Okay, so I will call this method in the onCreate itself. So whenever your activity is displayed, so it has to display a proper image, whether you have to log in or whether you have to log out. Okay, so sorry, not here, you have to do it inside the onCreate method. So I will do it here. But the problem is, if you are calling the method here, you have not yet initialized your button, so you have to do it here, because if you are trying to access this button without initializing it, then it will throw null pointer exception. So you have to call after initializing your image view. Okay, so now whenever the page is opened, it will call your update image. So it will come here, it will check whether the Facebook session is valid. So if it is valid, it will display a logout button. If not, it will display the login button. Okay, so now after that, whenever user clicks on this particular button, it may be login or logout, okay, based on the status. Now suppose if it is already logged in, so then what we have to do here, we have to log out. Okay, or if it is not yet logged in, okay, so it will be displaying login button. Okay, at that time you have to log in. So I will explain how to log in first, then I will show how to log out. So for that you have to write a piece of code. So I will explain what is that code. So it is very simple. So for login you have to use facebook.authorize. Okay, so select the first option. It is asking you to give the activity. What is the activity name? It is main activity dot this, and it is asking for the listener. So we have to use new Facebook listener. Okay, new Facebook dialog listener actually. okay, Facebook dot wait for a while. Here it is, Facebook dot dialog listener. We have to implement this. Select that. Okay, so by default it has added some methods, and I will end the statement here. Okay, so don't worry, these methods are deprecated in the latest version. You can add the suppressed warning, and even you can use the latest methods also. Okay, now inside this you have different methods inside your Facebook.dialog listener. See, this dialog listener is used to listen some events like if whenever you are trying to log in and if you are getting any error from the Facebook, that is your Facebook error, so that will be captured here inside this method. And if you get any dialog error, it will be captured here, or if you get any if it is cancelled, then it will be captured inside the on cancel method, or if it is successful, then it will go to the on complete method. Okay, so now whenever the login is complete, so what we have to do, we have to update the status, means we have logged in already, so it has to display the logout button. So here once again I will call the method update image. Okay, so that your login button will be updated. So after this, now you have logged in. So next option is if you want to log out. Okay, it means whenever user opens the application, if the session is valid, and it will be showing the logout method, and if you want to log out now, so what code you have to write. So for that, the code is like this, your Facebook dot logout. You have to provide the context. So I will provide the application context because you can use this throughout the application. So it is showing an error. It is asking you to surround with try catch block because there is chances of getting exception here. Okay, so this is how you can use login and logout in Facebook. Now let us try to execute this application. So before that, see, if you want to access or if you want to use the Facebook, you should need the internet. So for that, you have to add the permission called as internet in your Android manifest file. So go to Android manifest file. Okay, select permissions. Click on add, select users permission, click on OK, and here you have to add the permission to access the internet. Okay, you can scroll it down. Here it is, permission internet. Save the changes. Now try to execute this application. Select your application, right click, go to run as, run configurations. Browse and select your application, test3. Okay, select the target, always prompt to pick the device, apply the settings and click on run button. Okay, you have emulator here, so select that emulator, click on OK. So open the emulator. So it's installing your test3 application. Okay, here the installation is success, but it is unable to launch that application. You can wait, if not you can check that application here where it is. Okay, here is your application test3. You can click on that, it will open the application. Okay, so here is your application. Now if you click on this login button, it has to take you to login page of the Facebook. So let us try whether it will work or not. So click on login. So here is your Facebook login page. You can log in here. Okay, I will log in. Okay, so click on login button. So it is saying there is some problem with, okay, I will check it out. Okay, I have to put the N here. Okay, and okay, click on login. So here it is asking whether you want to remember this browser or not. It is your wish. Okay, so I will use save browser, continue. So it is asking for permission, will receive the following info, your public profile, etc. Okay, I'll click on OK. So this is saying that your application will receive the public data. Okay, so now we have logged in, and you can see here this image has been changed to logout. Now if you click on this logout, it will log out from your session. So let us try that. Click on that logout. Okay, it is showing option. Okay, let us check what is the error. Okay, it is saying it is network on main thread exception, because we are running our application in the main thread itself, but we are trying to use internet and we are trying to access data from Facebook, means we are trying to log out from the Facebook. So all these functionalities has to be run in the background. Okay, so that we will solve in the upcoming session. So as of now we know how to log in and log out in Facebook. Okay, so this is how you can use Facebook in your application, or this is how you can integrate your Facebook in your application. Okay, so in the next session I will explain how to get the profile data from the Facebook account. Okay, so this is only how we can log in to the Facebook. In the next session I will show how to retrieve your name, email. Okay, so all those things, and how to extract the your profile picture. All those things we will see in the next session. Okay, so thanks for watching.